Hi, I'm Justin Martin, one of the wealth strategists here at Paradigm Live. I'm excited to be talking here with you today in regards to what we're calling the 5 benefits of the perpetual wealth strategy. You may have already heard that terminology, the perpetual wealth strategy, but what I want to do here is take a few minutes to dive into really fleshing out, what is the purpose of this type of a financial strategy. Now, before we jump into more of the details of it, one page I want to stop here on is talk about who's actually using this perpetual wealth strategy. So when we go out there and look at, dynasty families using this type of a strategy, if you look here at the screen, you've got families like the Rockefeller family, Susan B. Anthony, a lot of the U.S. presidents, the owner of McDonald's, Pampered Chef, Disneyland, a lot of money that flows through the United States flows through this strategy. It's a system that's been around for decades and decades. And what we're really trying to do here is bring it into American families and show American families and show small business owners how this strategy can work for them. Okay, so what this perpetual wealth strategy, in essence, what it is coming down to is a system that is allowing people to take control of their money, to have safety with their money, and all at the same time be able to have liquidity on that. We want to be able to put our money somewhere where we can get growth on it, but we want to be able to access that money at any time. Now, this system here that allows us to utilize this financial strategy in the way we want to happens to utilize what is called a cash-rich whole life insurance policy. Okay, cash-rich whole life insurance policy. Okay. Now, when we're talking about life insurance, typically the conversation wraps around death benefit, which death benefit is great to have, especially from an estate planning or a family planning standpoint. But our conversation today actually is not around death benefit as much. Instead, we're going to be talking about the living benefits, the 5 living benefits of the perpetual wealth strategy, or the 5 living benefits of this cash-rich whole life insurance policy. Now, the way that this is going to happen, the way that we're going to get the living benefits comes down a lot to the structure of how we're setting up this kind of a policy. So what we're doing is we're taking those premium payments that goes into a policy and pushing as much of that premium payment, or contributing as much of that premium payment, to what is called the cash value of the insurance policy. Okay? Now, cash value is a terminology that I want you to remember. Cash value, in essence, is the savings account of the life insurance policy. That is what gives us the ability to access money, these living benefits associated with the policy. So let me just come here on my board and list those 5 benefits out, and let's talk through it. So first of all, the first benefit I want to write here is the guarantees. Okay, the guarantees that come with this policy. So first and foremost, we have a guaranteed growth on this money. So as you're putting that money into the insurance policy, you're putting those premium payments in, and they're building this cash value, you're saving the money there, but at the same time, you're also getting some significant growth on it. Now, in regards to what is that growth, how does that work, those details, we'll go into all of those details as we really jump into it and as you meet with one of your wealth strategists here at Paradigm Life. But there is some guaranteed growth on that cash value. Now, another guarantee that we want to emphasize here are the loan provisions. Okay? Now, what do I mean by loan provisions? Well, when you have this cash value with the policy, you have access to that cash value at any point. Okay? There may come a time, though, where you actually want to take a loan against your insurance policy to go purchase an investment. So let's say, for example, you're going to go buy a real estate investment. Okay, here's my quick drawing of a real estate property. Okay, Well, when you're going to go process a loan against that cash value, there's guarantees on the loan provision. There's no type of an underwriting process or an approval process that you have to go through in order to get that loan. If you have cash value, then in essence, you have a line of credit or you have the ability to process a loan and take a loan against what that insurance policy is. And then when you're ready to, you pay that loan off, okay? Now, I won't go into detail here, but just so you're aware, the payback on that policy loan, there are no terms associated with that. You're in charge of the payback on that loan. You pay it back when and how you can. Because ultimately, the insurance company is going to use this death benefit as a lien or collateral against the policy. Okay, they're going to use that cash value. Or in other words, if you pass away and you've got an outstanding loan, they're going to utilize a portion of that death benefit to pay off the outstanding loan. Okay, so guarantees on growth, guarantees on loan provisions. The second one I want to list here is going to be safety. Okay, safety in a couple different ways. Number one, when you open up this cash-rich whole life insurance policy, when you're setting up the perpetual wealth strategy, it is extremely important that we're using what is called a mutual life insurance company as opposed to a stock insurance company. Okay, a mutual life insurance company, what that entails is a company that is a private company where when you open up a life insurance policy, that policy signifies you being a participant in the company, okay? Because you have a participating contract in this insurance company, whenever this company has dividends, those dividends go to you. As opposed to a stock insurance company where dividends are going to go to the stockholders. Okay, when you open up an insurance policy with a mutual life insurance company, okay, with a mutual life insurance company, those dividends go to you. And the fantastic thing with these dividends and what this kind of a setup is these types of life insurance policies have been around since the 1850s. Okay, so they've been around for the last 160 years. Okay, this isn't something that's new. This is something that the insurance companies have been doing for a long time. But again, we have to make sure that we're structuring this policy in the correct way, that we can take advantage of the growth and the dividends of the policy. Okay. Number 3 here that I want to list is going to be the liquidity of the policy. Okay. And we talked about this a little bit before with point number 1, but I want to emphasize it here that we have access to this cash. Okay. This cash value is your money. It's not tied up anywhere. It's not some type of an approval process to get this money. This cash value inside of the life insurance policy is your money. You can withdraw that, or what the insurance companies call a surrender that, at any point in time. You maintain control of your money. Okay? Unlike a 401k or a 403b plan, where when you put your money into that 401k plan, that retirement plan, it's your money, quote unquote, but in reality, it's tied up in a 401k. You don't have access to that. You can't touch that money without taking a penalty on that until the IRS tells you that you can take that money. Okay? This type of a setup, this perpetual wealth strategy, allows you to maintain control of that cash value. Okay? Number 4, the tax benefits associated with this type of a setup. Now, I need to emphasize here, when we're talking about the tax benefits associated with this insurance policy, this policy needs to be structured correctly. It needs to be structured within the guidelines of the IRS in order for this to work. So please make sure you do work with your wealth strategist here to make sure that you are getting the correct structure in this policy. But what's happening is, as you're putting these premium payments into the policy, those premium payments are going into the policy as after-tax dollars. not pre-tax dollars like your 401k or your 403b plan. These are after-tax dollars going into the policy. And as long as we've got this policy set in a way that we're staying within the guidelines of the IRS, and I'm referring to tax code 7702, okay, when we're staying within the guidelines of the IRS, then this money can be utilized in an income tax-free way. Okay, how amazing is that? We have a place where we can get that income tax-free growth and access to the money. You know, very similar to a Roth IRA, where you have that tax-free growth happening with the Roth IRA. Okay, same thing here with the insurance policy. This cash value, there's a lot of tax benefits there. Now, let me also mention here this death benefit that pays out at the end of your life. Okay, that's also income tax-free to your beneficiaries or to your loved ones. Okay, all right, number 5 here that I want to list on here is that this is a contract, okay, and privacy. Okay, you've got a contract with the insurance company. It's between the two of you, okay? This contract allows you to maintain control of your money, and it allows you to have privacy on your money. Okay, there is a lot of creditor protection associated with the cash value and death benefit of your insurance policy. Now, the insurance industry is governed by the states, not on a federal level. So that type of creditor protection is different from state to state. So make sure you do talk with your wealth strategist to find out what it is in your state. But you do have that protection and that privacy associated with your policy. Okay, again, this perpetual wealth strategy here, you've got a lot of guaranteed on your money, safety on your money, liquidity on your money. And when we come back here talking about these dynasty families in the US and these wealthier, higher net worth type families, that's what they were looking for. They were looking for control. They were looking for growth on their money and a way in order to set up a legacy to go into the next generation. Okay? That's what they were doing, that's what they are doing, but they had to start somewhere. And so that's why we're talking to you about this now. This perpetual wealth strategy is also for you. Okay? So make sure you sit down, you talk with your wealth strategist, let them know what your financial goals are, and really decide how is the best way to get this system started on you. Okay? Thank you again for taking some time here to meet with me. And I wish you the best. Please let us know if you have any questions. ParadigmLife.net. Reach out to us, set up that appointment if it's not set up yet. And we're happy to discuss this perpetual wealth strategy with you. Thank you.